Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Robert Arrington. This is Deer Meat for Dinner, and you're probably watching this video for one of three reasons. One, you want to learn how to stretch your muzzleloader out to 200 or 300 yards. Two, you just want to see if I can stretch my muzzleloader out to 200 or 300 yards. Or three, you don't care, you just want to watch a video about a gun. And hopefully this is exciting for all three of those reasons. I will start off by saying I'm not sponsored by CVA, I'm not sponsored by Blackhorn or CCI. I do have a little bit of a relationship with Hornady, but they don't pay me to say any of this. They don't even know I'm doing this video. Everything I'm saying is only for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Here are my two muzzleloaders. This is a CVA Optima, and this is like my personal gun that I absolutely love. It's a 28-inch fluted barrel, and it's got a burst eliminator 2 on it. Now, the burst eliminator, it's got a laser rangefinder built right in, and it's calibrated to my muzzleloader with my load. And the more consistent you are with your load, the more consistent you are shooting your gun. The only reason I'm so specific with my muzzleloaders is because I hunt live animals. I'm hunting deer and hogs and maybe an elk with my muzzleloader, and you owe it to the game to be extremely accurate. If you're not accurate, how are you going to make a clean, ethical kill? You're just taking a chance. So with my CVA Optima, I shoot the Hornady. It's a Monoflex 250 grain projectile. This is what it looks like right there. That's what I'm shooting. It's got the ballistic tip on it. Fantastic. I'll shoot this out to 300 yards today. Now, this is like my smaller, shorter, lighter weight, 150 yards in. This is a CVA Wolf. Now granted, I can shoot this thing 200 yards, no problem. But I love this gun when I just gotta pick it up and go. No worries. It comes with, this is a 3x9, I believe. Yeah, it's a 3x9 scope. Came just like this from the factory. Really, really nice. And I shoot, same thing, 86 grains of powder. But out of this gun, I'm shooting the Hornady 240 grain XTP. That slug right there is literally a 44 magnum slug. But when you put it inside this 50 caliber sabot, that is one lethal black powder projectile. That's the Monoflex with the ballistic tip. You can see it's pointy. It's got a higher ballistic coefficient. This is the hollow point 240 grain. Both are lethal. There's nothing wrong with using a measurer like this. Nothing wrong with it at all. But what I suggest is using a digital scale so you can be exact. Don't expect the Blackhorn to weigh the same amount it measures. All right, let's shoot these rascals. So when I'm at the range, I like to take a little funnel, cut the bottom off so it sticks in there, and then you just pour it right in there. Tap on the barrel, seat your bullet, just like that. And then use the bottom end of this starter. You want this to go flat. That means you're setting it perfectly straight. Push it straight in. Okay, now the bullet is started. Now you use your ramrod. It should be nice and smooth all the way down, and it seats. Good. Last thing you have to do is take a primer. When you are shooting your muzzleloader, always use the same primer because different primers have different amount of charge. That is a very powerful primer, and it's specifically made to ignite the Blackhorn 209. Primer goes right in there, just like that. You're ready to go. When you're at the range, I highly suggest using a lead sled because you take a lot of your potential error out. You can really focus on the trigger pull, and this is where you perfect your gun. Now, let's shoot. We're shooting at 50 yards to start off. Perfect. So at 50 yards, that's my shot. Perfect. So this is the target I'll be shooting at 100. You can see there's a couple smaller caliber rounds here, but I'll be shooting at this target. Pull the hammer back, get squared up to the gun. Great, fantastic. Here's my shot. Now you can tell it's just slightly off center. It's 1 inch off center. And on the 50-yard shot, it was just barely off center. So you can tell I need to make an adjustment so that it comes back over. So at 100 yards, I need to move left 1 inch. Each click represents a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. So I need to come left 4 clicks. Good. That should represent 1 inch. Now I'm gonna shoot it at 150 yards. See how we do. Oh my gosh, look at this shot. Let's ride down there. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Now I'm gonna shoot at 190 yards. That's basically the back end of what I would ever expect this gun to do. Let's see what happens. Whammy. Hey, now I know this gun is ready to go. Let me show you all I have to do to clean it. This is all we've got to do. I take my little breech plug. This comes right out very easily. One of these little, like, I don't know what you call them. They work very well. They stick in there. I just run this around, pull it out, take a brush. This stuff right here is great. It's an anti-seize made by CVA. It's anti-seize stick. And I just put a little bit of this on the threads. That. Take a dry patch. That's your cleaning jag. Put this on there. And this will push through. I always clean it the same direction as the bullet will travel. There you go. See? Turn the patch over. Turn it over. Clean as a whistle. Literally, I ran a dry patch through once, turned it over, through a second time, done. Now, this gun is ready to hunt. At the end of the year, once we're done and I know the gun will be put away for, 6, 8, 9 months, I'll oil it up. Now, do not forget to do what I'm about to show you. When you're done cleaning your gun, doing your thing, put your ramrod back in the gun, because I can guarantee you, if you don't, you'll wind up losing it. And then you'll go on a hunt and you'll be like, goodness gracious, I don't have my ramrod. That gun is awesome. Now let's have some fun. This is why I brought y'all here. That's my baby right there. Burst Eliminator 2, CVA Optima. We're shooting the same thing. 86 grains of Blackhorn 209 by weight, 115 grains by volume. Except with this, I'm shooting the 250 grain Monoflex. So everything about loading this gun is the same, with the exception of I'm using a different projectile. But just to make sure we're all on, let's start at 50 yards and see how we're doing. This scope should be zeroed at 50 yards, and then you calibrate it out at 200. That's what I'm talking about. Literally, I'm not trying to shoot him in the eyeball, but if I wanted to, I could. So now we're gonna stretch it out. We're gonna shoot, there's a jug on top of that wood out there at 200 yards. Let's see how we do. 202 yards. Hey, no more iced tea. 298 yards. This is my personal best. I've never actually shot this gun at 300. I'm aiming center mass. Wait, we gotta go see this. Look at this shot.
I think we did it.
Y'all, that's Jacob Sedgwick. He's been running the camera for me lately. I swear on my life, if I'd had my thumb up there, that's where I hit. That's incredible. Now, I would probably say that's my best shot ever with any gun. I mean, 300 yards with a muzzleloader, and I mean, it's hard to do that with a high-powered rifle. That's an insane shot. Let's see, I'm going farther. I'm so stoked right now. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm really excited. All right, you guys, we're locked, cocked, ready to rock. 322 yards, here we come. Whammy. I want to shoot it one more time. I missed my original bullet by about that far. I want to see if a dirty gun, so I'm going to shoot it now after it's been shot and see what the difference is. This would just be like, okay, I'm out in the woods, I shot at an animal, and now he's out there at 322 yards with a dirty barrel. Let's see what happens. Just learned something. Now let's ride out there and check it out. That was my shot at 300 yards. That was my shot at 322. So, I mean, what's that, 4.5 inches? With a dirty barrel, what happened was I got about 7 inches of drop. So that tells me if you're shooting a dirty barrel or a barrel that's not perfectly clean, you're gonna get a little more drop out here at a very, very long distance. I mean, 322 yards, that's kind of pushing the envelope of what muzzleloaders can possibly do. If you guys want me to get some ballistic gel and watermelons and all kinds of other stuff and bring them out here and shoot them and see what the muzzleloader does at say 50, 100, 200, 300, and it'd be really cool to find out. So if you guys want to see that, we'll do it. I'm going a little farther. I want to see how far I can take it. This is insane. And this is also really good because now it's getting low light. This is the time of day you'll be shooting at game typically. So it's good to know. How does your gun handle? How does the optics handle? So far, I'm really impressed. So I cleaned the barrel, cleaned the breech, weighed my powder with a digital scale, exactly 86 grains. And now we are at 341 yards. My scope won't adjust that far. At the very bottom of it, there's 3 lights saying there's more drop than what the scope can do. So I'm gonna put the bottom dot right on the head of the target and see what happens. Hey, it's good to know what the limits of your weapon are. Did I hit it? I thought I couldn't tell with my earphones on. 341 yards with a CVA Optima and a Burris Eliminator 2. Where I was aiming was like right there. Holy cow. Okay, so that being said, let me stop yelling at y'all. That being said, I feel totally comfortable with this gun when it's clean, when everything's just right, out to 340 yards. 340. That is a poke. And it's really phenomenal when you can come out and test your gear. Test what the limits are. Where do you feel comfortable? Would I shoot at 340 yards at an animal? Probably not. Would I shoot at 300? You bet your bottom dollar. 300 yards, he's getting shot. And I'm not gonna hope to hit him. I'm gonna put it right in the 10 ring. You guys, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. Because I'm hungry and I'm going.